so fitting. Alright, we should be live now. Let me test the audio. Alright, we should be live now. Let me test the audio. Alright, we should be live. Okay, before I drive myself crazy by, you know, playing a bunch of echoes of my own voice, let us actually begin. So, probably wondering, what am I even doing today? Well, today we're going to be doing some game development on a game called Bubble Tank Frenzy. Now, my streaming schedule isn't really set. I try my best to stream on Saturdays. Every once in a while, you'll see me streaming on the weekdays, but I have like an inconsistent schedule. Let me think about this. What is the Panda Beats? Yeah, that's what it is. Put some music on. Panda Beats Trap. That's what it is. Okay. So, right now I'm working on the pause functionality. So, like when you hit escape or the start button, once we get to the new input system, I'm gonna refactor everything to make it work with the new input system. So once we get there, this when you hit escape, you're gonna see the pause screen, and everything will freeze. Like there won't be anything happening at all. So, and right now all I did was the UI for that. So yeah, let's so far I just have like the serializable field. So right now I have the main menu panel, the pause menu panel, and the main menu screen scene name. And we already have that added to our build settings. You will forgive me if I start randomly coughing because I don't talk much and it's allergy season. I mean, I don't know, I have like the worst case of summer allergies. So that's... And to make matters worse, I have to cut the grass, I have to mow the lawn today. So, yeah. Okay, enough of that. I don't know why I keep getting these weird errors or warnings. They're not really errors, they're warnings. Okay, so let us look at Game Manager feedback, prefab using symlinks and you cause your project to become corrupted, creating multiple references of the same asset. Use recursive symlinks. What the heck does this even mean? How do I disable this issue? It's like whatever I do, I like. So when I click on that, you know what's weird? Okay, so all I did was clear those errors and now they're gone. So yeah, I don't really think it matters. Okay, but enough of that. Let's get this here. So let's link up the pot. So what is the main menu scene name? So if you go into here, we got main menu. It's just the good old main menu. So let's just call it main menu. That's better. Okay. Now we need to link up the pause menu. I'm sorry, this should be called pause menu panel. That makes way more sense. Because it does both. It allows you to pause the game, and it takes you to the main menu if you want to go to the main menu. So let's put that right here. Now, what I want to do is at the beginning, I don't want this to show up. So, by default, no matter what, it's always going to be false. So right now we have a boolean called is paused. So we need to add some stuff here that allows us to like, you know. So let's talk about pausing the game. To pause a game, it would literally set the time.timescale to 0. So like literally everything would freeze. The only thing you would see um is the panel. So we're actually like setting this to be active. So by default we were going to set it to inactive, but when we pause the game, we're going to show the panel. So this is going to show up there. Okay. You know what's weird? Why is it telling me like is paused is not being used? Okay, because I don't even know where we're using this. Okay, so we would have to set that in the update. That's where we're doing it. Okay, so we'll get to that in a sec. Because when you hit escape, we can unpause a game. So there's two ways to get out of the pause screen. You can either hit escape if you're already in the pause screen, or you can let's see, click this button right here. Not that one, this one right here, resume, and that'll take you out of the pause screen. Okay, so right now we got the pause game, set the time scale to 0, do a null check. If it's not null, we literally just set the pause menu panel active to true, and then we set the is pause true. So this will actually be using the update method. Alright, so that's how you pause a game. To unpause a game, um, well, to unpause a game, what you want to do is do the reverse of this. So set the time scale to 1, and set this to act. So like you're still doing the same check here. The only difference here is you're setting the pause menu's active status to false, and then also setting the is pause to false. This is actually used when we're okay, so we don't have anything in our update method. So when the user, like, how do you even get to the pause screen in the first place? Well, you got to hit the escape button, right? Um, so let's see. If they click escape, we're using the old input system for now, but eventually we'll use the new one. So I'm just gonna leave it there. Um, okay, so if is paused, let's see. If it's paused, well, we want to unpause the game. Otherwise, we already know that it's not paused. And if it's not paused, we pause the game. So for now, we'll just like test this part out, because I think we have enough testable code. Save that. Okay. Um. By the way, let's disable this first and make sure it's actually attached to our pause menu, which should be. Did we do anything here? Yeah, apparently we did. Alright, let's test this out. Hopefully it works. Okay, so right now, I can't move. Oh, I can move. Okay. I don't know what. There was like a slight delay. It's not even showing up. What the hell? Something weird's happening here. That didn't work. I am hitting escape. But for some odd. Oh, wait, it might. Hold on. Wait, what did I do here? If get key down, key code. Oh, did I? Oh. See, that's why you always gotta save your stuff. Otherwise, nothing works. So yeah, that was 100% my fault. Okay. Alright, so let's try. Oh, there we go. So as you can see, you can still move the tank. Oh, wait a sec. Okay, the bubble. We don't want this to happen. So I gotta figure out how to like stop that from happening. Because I can still shoot. I know it might look cool, but in reality, it looks awkward. So the buttons don't work yet, so we'll get that. So I just want to finish up the logic here to get the buttons to work. Okay, so that's what I was talking about earlier. I wasn't kidding around when I said, bro, I cough a lot. Alright, so let's see. It would be the game manager. Now, we don't have a method in here that goes to the menu. So I just realized we have to implement a method in there that does that. So let's do that. So we got pause game, unpause game. Let's see. Should be towards the bottom. Go to menu. Okay, here it is. Go to menu. So this actually takes us to the main menu, and we already have set this up. So that's already set up for us, but we can easily just like, when you click the button, because what we're doing here is we're assigning the logic to occur on this button right here. So exit button actually has that function. Let's see, it should be in here now. Here it is. Okay. I feel like we changed something here, but we didn't. Let's just apply that there. Okay. I don't know if that's like overwritable, but I guess in this case it might be. We'll create like a universal asset that can. It's called Essentials, and pretty much it'll have the game manager, the UI canvas. I feel like that should be it, right? Or am I missing anything? Okay. Okay, so let's test that out, because I feel like we're at that point where we can test out that logic. Okay, so as you can see, interesting. Okay, so there is a problem. When you load a scene, and by the way, let's set the override. So we want this to be default disabled, or we can actually make sure that's like, as soon as the game manager awakens, we can set this to, we can set is paused to false. So that's another thing we're going to have to account for. We're going to have to account for. I can't speak apparently. Okay, let's you think about this. Okay, so now let's map the other button, unpause game. I'll just okay, so it's really this right here. Let's drag this in here. Game object. It would actually be in game manager. And so this would actually unpause the game. Okay. So, yeah. So let's see, what do we want to do from here? So let's unpause this. And I guess override this to reflect it. Okay, so right now, nothing's paused. Cool. And I guess what we could do, I don't know why it's saying, okay, that's a problem. I'm pretty sure it's happening in there. I gotta figure out where that's happening. Game manager. 110. Apparently it's in 110. Oh, because why is that happening and why is this not happening? Hmm, that is a bit weird. Okay, let's take a few steps back. And the first thing I really want to tackle is disabling movement on the tank. Because, like, when what you're about to see is when you move the tank and you hit pause, you can still rotate the body. You can still rotate the turret. And I don't want to do that. Everything else is paused, but I don't want to like rotate the turns. That's a bit off. So we got to figure out where that's happening. So let's look at the tank script and tank turn pivot. I think this might be in here. So look at pointer. So the pointer moves around. And I think the pointer has its own. We have to do it in here as well. So what I want to do. Um. Okay. If you comment something and I see it late and I respond late, I do apologize for that. Okay, so that's the first point. Okay, hold on. So what we gotta do, I guess what we gotta do here is do an is paused boolean. I feel like we can easily do that. So let me just make sure this is not doing, okay, good. So in my game manager, in addition to this, what we can do is set a boolean. This is a weird syntax. I've never seen this before, but the arrow-like syntax, what it does is it just returns, it's just a get, and it returns whatever the value of this is. So we can easily set this here. Well, as far as like setting any, but this cannot be modified. This can be modified, and this value is whatever this value. I'm just saying this a bunch of times. So the public variables version is a read-only, and it is whatever the private variables version is. So we can definitely modify this here, and the fact that this is private can only be modified in this script. So we don't have to change anything else in here. So that's the good news. Let's see, what else do we have to do? Okay, so then let's go to the turn look at script, because that's the one in question. And to change that, it looks like what we got to do is add this if statement here. I'll show you. Let me copy it over and I'll go through it. Okay, so what this is doing is if the instance is not null and the instance is paused. So we're first checking to see if it's not null. Otherwise, what's the point of this? Nothing happens. And to see if this is paused. So both these have to be true in order to do this. Otherwise, we just look at the pointer. And we don't have to do anything else in this script, so that's good. I said I was going to put music on. Okay. Panda beats. Working without music should be considered a sin. I'm joking though. Am I? Well, we'll see. I won't get DMCA'd. That's the good news. Okay. So what were we talking about? Okay. So we don't. It looks like we don't have to do anything else in here because it already handles the looking and all the other stuff. Game manager, we already finished it. Script now checks whether the game is paused before updating the pointer position to the. Okay, so that's good. Added an isPause property to allow other scripts. Okay, so it won't give us an error when we try to access this property here. Alright, so that's good. Let's look at the other stuff. We have one more script to modify. Okay. Okay, wait. Hold on. I'm looking at the wrong script. Okay, right here. Okay. So we're pretty much doing the same thing, it looks like. Right? Oh, wait a sec. I'm confusing myself here. Okay. So it literally looks like we're doing the same thing. We're not modifying any of this stuff, but all we're doing is just checking this right here. So that's cool. Plug it and chug it. Okay. Alright, so this is what I was getting to earlier. Now let's see if this works. Pretty sure it will. Okay, so now as you can see, okay, so there's one more spot we have to do that for, and as you can see, there's a bullet that's spawning right over here. So we gotta account for that too. Hold on. Okay. So where does that even happen? Okay, so look at so this part here doesn't matter. Does it happen here? Okay, so as you can see, we have to do. Okay, so this is where we're doing it. Okay. Alright, let me just plug it in and we'll get something out. By the way, if you're not using Gen AI for a coding assistance, what are you even doing with your life, man? Like, you should not reject, you should embrace. I'm just saying, you should actually, like, you know, embrace that. Okay, so pause checking the update method. The game is paused, update will return early, preventing user input from being pushed. That's interesting. Usually you see like a if else, but in this case it suggests like exiting the update method. So don't even like do anything else. That's kind of interesting to me. I didn't know that. Okay, let's make that change. So by the way, we do have an update method. And we don't have to modify any of this stuff. Let me just make sure that's it though, because I don't want to like change anything else. Before allowing the player to swap bullets. Okay, so before allowing the player to swap to fire, I don't know how to read. Allowing the player to fire or swap bullets, the script now checks the game. Checks if the game is paused using the game manager instance is paused. If the game is paused, it skips the firing and bullet swapping logic. So if it's paused, you don't even like fire the bullet. Okay. Conditional execution. The game is paused. Update will return early. Okay, so we just talked about that. Okay, so I already have this. So there's two points of implementation. So essentially, we're just adding this. You can't even see my screen. Give me one sec, let me actually put it in there. So we just have to add like the update script here, so right here, okay. So we're just adding this line. All we're doing is just adding this line pretty much everywhere we want the pause to occur. You know? That's all we're doing. Need something to drink, hold on. Can't drink without coffee. What a weird sentence. Can't focus without coffee. That's more like it. It's definitely more fitting. Okay. Don't even have that much either. Just have like, I mean, to be fair, it was filled up to here, to the brim, but I got up like super early at 6 a.m. So I was like drinking this as slow as possible. It's Tim Hortons because I'm from New York. That's all I gotta say about that. Okay. So we have enough here to test out, so let's go ahead and test. Bro, why can't it move? Oh, okay. Shouldn't even be paused though. The frame rate is dipping. It's a bit weird. I had a fan suggestion, not really a fan suggestion, but there's this group I attend called Buffalo Game Space. If you're in the area, check it out. Highly recommend it. Oh, there's probably one other area too, which doesn't really, okay. So let's see. Let's try now. Okay, so as you can see, nothing really happens. But when you resume, you can immediately resume to firing your bullets. So this is like an important update, because imagine playing a game that doesn't pause. Yeah, I'm calling out Elden Ring, because what the hell, guys? Like, what if I have to use the bathroom really bad, and I'm almost done killing a boss? Like, what kind of game design is that? I know Elden Ring gets a lot of, like, heat for their game's design principles, but some of it is really stupid. But some of the critiques are legit, you know what I mean? I played Elden Ring offline, but I'll probably stream it on here. There's enough demand. The DLC came out, apparently, so definitely worth checking out. So it's something else I'm gonna do. I know I say I'm gonna do a lot of things, but I never actually follow through with them. Hoping to change that for the second half of this year. I could sit here all day and just play test this. I feel like that'd be good content. But there's like no objective at all. Okay, so we were having a bit of an issue. I'll show you where. And you probably noticed this earlier. So when I go into new game, as you can see, there's an issue here. Object instance. So I can't even pause when I hit new game. And why is that? Why can't I even do that? And it's happening in here. It doesn't even tell you where the right spot is, which is weird. So what are we even doing with the game object? Okay, wait, let me put a breakpoint here. I feel like that's a good spot. Can I do like conditional breakpoints? Oh, wait. I gotta attach this to Unity. That makes sense. Let's try this again. So as you can see, that happens. Menu. Wait a sec. New game. So it's happening in here somewhere. So let's step into here and see where that's happening. Bubble prefab's length. So I don't know, where would this even be happening? Instance. Okay. Instantiate bullet prefab. Spawn point is there. The rotation is there. Okay, so that all this stuff is good. Alright, so it's probably happening in here. Let's step in here and see what's going on. Where even is this? Bruh. My camera follow, okay. Target is not null. It actually has a value here. Go away. Bruh. It's gonna be annoying to debug. Alright, hold on. Okay, so we do know this one thing. We do know it's occurring in line 111. So let's figure out where that is. I gotta figure out where that is. Hold on. I put a breakpoint right here. 111. Okay, right here. Okay, this is probably it. Pause menu panel. Oh, I think I know how to debug this. Hold on. Okay, so let's go back to the main menu and then hit new game. Let's not play it on maximized. terrible mistake. That's the thing, we have to like be cognizant of how we test these things. Otherwise we're gonna get the wrong answer. Just saying. Okay, menu, new. Okay, so as you can see, the pause panel here is missing. Of course. Okay, so I know how to fix this. And it's gonna involve... we have to like think a little bit outside the box here. Remember earlier I was like, we should like we should make a universal prefab called Essentials. And literally everything in that prefab is stuff that every scene needs to have. So like for example, we need to have a UI canvas. We would definitely need a pointer, and we would also need the game manager. And it's essentially like it's a shared prefab where all the objects like share certain things. So like a UI canvas would be universal on every scene. A game manager obviously would be universal on every scene. So we gotta like rearrange some of these things. Unless there's like another way to fix it. I don't really know any other way to fix it besides, or just create a script for the UI canvas. But I mean, I feel like we already have the functionality set up in the game manager, so why do we even want to go to the UI canvas? You know what I mean? I don't know, I feel like this way is easier. Let's go ahead and actually do that. So I'm just gonna like unpack all this stuff here. Maybe not unpack it, I feel like that's the wrong word. But, I'm gonna call it level essentials. And for that, we're gonna add the player, game manager. The game manager will go down here. The UI canvas, and the pointer. We don't need the bubble spawner. I don't think we really need the enemies. The main camera, I guess we can add that in there. Might as well. Just commit this to memory, basically. Alright. Okay. I feel like opening Unity after like not touching it for a while, or not even that long, just literally like the next day, it's kind of a coin toss because sometimes it works, sometimes it breaks, you know, sometimes it does a bunch of crazy stuff. So it's always good to back up your work. You know? Alright, good. Okay, so, let me, let's see, let's create a folder called Level Essentials. Now you're probably wondering, why am I choosing this over Git? Well, for one, this is easier to manage and it comes built in right in the editor. And I don't know. Okay, there we go. I accidentally turned my mic off. I like Unity version control better because for one, it's way hella easier to manage, and two, it's configured directly with Unity. With Unity, with Git, you have to like do a bunch of other configurations, which I've done before, and I'm making it sound like it's almost impossible. It's really not, but this already is like, it already works out of the box, so why switch to one that doesn't, you know? Alright, I babbled on enough about that. Okay, so Level Essentials is just a universal container. So what we can do here is pretty much just straight up test this out, right? So I'm pretty sure this will actually work now. I shouldn't say that. I'm hoping this will. Wait, why is it doing that? Okay, let's try this. New. Okay. I don't know why it's looking over there. So yeah, that's literally my fix. So I don't even have to like worry about copying everything over. Okay, let's switch this full play maximized. Okay. These are essentially devlogs, if you can't already tell. Devlogs are usually meant to be short, but mine's a bit, I guess, unconventional because I'm like streaming live for y'all to see. So I don't know if this is not the traditional version of a devlog, I guess. What, that didn't pop the 2 levels. Damn it. Alright, I'm gonna just chill, and once we reach 50, we're gonna implement. Okay, so the next thing I want to work on, the logical conclusion to this, is the game over screen. So we're gonna do that next. Crap, missed that one. Missed it hard. There we go. See that there? Double kill. I should do like a nice, like, when you get like a double kill, tell the player, hey, you're you're just like freaking it, you know? Okay, that was like 3 kills. I've never been able to do that, and I made this game. How crazy is that? Okay, that completely shot off. Popped off the screen. Okay, let's see. You know, it's interesting. I do want to talk about itch.io. And I don't know if this is just me, but for some odd reason, itch.io doesn't quite work. It might be due to my internet, because when I turn my cellular data on and turn my Wi-Fi off, it worked on cellular data, but it didn't work on Wi-Fi. Does anyone else have that experience with itch.io? I genuinely want to know. Just let me know in the comments if you make it this far. Ooh, wait. I'm still... Hold on. Let me check something. Okay, is the sound still working? That's good. The intention of these streams is to go on YouTube, so... If you're watching this on YouTube, yeah, this is like recorded on Twitch. why it sounds like I'm streaming. Not all my videos are streamed. I mean, there are a couple on here that are pre-recorded. Because sometimes I feel like that's a bit easier. I can't wait to get this to work with a controller. But I feel like that's way too early in the development process. That is the next logical step, though. Configure a controller scheme. Gyrate. But the scheme would be a bit different, though, because, for one, it's like, okay, can't already tell, I'm a sucker for trap. It's my favorite music genre. Trap. T-R-A-P. I don't really have any favorite artists, though. Actually, wait, no, I'm kidding, I do. But if I play their music on here, I'd be copyrighted. It would be insta-copyright. DMCA'd to the high heavens. Which I think is kind of BS, but is it really though? We live in a weird timeline. One other thing I noticed, that if a bubble falls off a screen, so like if a bubble, okay, let me get back to my tank. So let's say you're in an instance where a bubble falls off a screen. So like down here, we do have a death floor. Not every scene would have a death floor, because some of them might have walls that keeps the bubbles in. But when a bubble falls off, what we want to do is we want to destroy the bubble immediately. But when a bubble gets destroyed, we want to decrease the spawn counter. So I should have a function in here that does exactly that. Let me see. Remove bubbles. I feel like that would be it. Yeah, it would actually. It removes it by 1. So it would have to happen here. And what does that do? It just updates the text right here. So we gotta call in the game manager, remove bubble. So in the death floor. So let's see, what we have to do is this. Game manager .instance .remove bubble. So as soon as we destroy a bubble. Alright. Let's test that out and see if it works. Let's get back to my player. Alright, let's get back to this. The way we would test this is by knocking a bubble off. But I guess the only realistic way we can do it is to test this like on. Okay, so they're spawning from over there. Okay, that was like kind of lazy. Okay, that was a double kill. Actually, that was spectacular if I don't say so myself. Oh yeah, one thing I did off screen is I added a character controller. So now, like, we can actually, like... But it won't throw a game over, so... Gotta figure out how to handle that. But I'm gonna get to that when I design the game over screen. It's gonna function exactly the same way. And we won't have to do that much testing. I don't think we'll run into any issues with that one because we already, like... The essential object sort of accounts for, you know, nested prefabs. Nested, you know, like everything we just did. To account for that other issue we're recurring. Because you can have like a prefab with other prefabs and you don't have to modify the child prefab. I said prefab in the same sentence like a billion times. Goddamn. That's embarrassing. Goddamn. Sometimes I think I can hit. Okay, my wrist is like hurting. Another reason to. One thing I learned from the August 1st virtual meeting, which I kind of want to share with everybody here, is if you have a Steam Deck, exporting to a Steam Deck is like rather easy. I think what you have to do is get a Steam developer account so then I can play this on the Steam Deck. And how sick would it be if I release this on Steam and all of a sudden it's like Steam Deck verified? And the reason why it's verified is because it runs there natively with that in mind. And the Steam operating system is Linux. It's a Linux OS based. So, talking too much. I'm not saying I didn't have fun working on my previous game, but I feel like this one's way more fun to work on because I play Bubble Shooter like a mofo. Like I'm like severely. I say this in every stream, but it's true, and that hasn't really changed. So sorry if I'm like repeating myself, but Bubble Shooter is extremely addicting for me. If you're in that same category, you know what I mean. But you can't find a decent version of this on Steam, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna make it. You know what? No one wants to do it. I'll take the initiative and I'll make it. It's one of the reasons I actually picked up game development too. I have to create a list on why I actually decided to do game development because I feel like it changes every day. A bit of self-reflection here. That's oddly satisfying, not gonna lie. The special effect asset pack I found on the Unity Asset Store. It's that cartoon asset pack, so like there's that cartoon glow effect that occurs when you knock a bubble off course. So I do think that is a good find, I guess. Hold on, blue. I found a blue one. trying to find a purple one. I always get bullets that I just can't seem to find. Maybe I can add that, but I feel like that'd make it way too easy. Why did I shoot a blue one? What the hell? Where did that come from? Come on, let's try the other way. Hold on. Living the dream. This is what I do for my free time. Judge me all you want. I really don't care. I wonder if this Panda Beats guy is still around, because maybe he can work on the soundtrack for this game. That'd be sick. Because I feel like a soundtrack is the selling point of the game. I also need an SFX stuff too, which way too early for that in the development process. Oh, let me get that one. Okay. Getting somewhere. So as you can see, there's a more accurate count on the screen. Well, what just happened? Do you see that? Did y'all see that? Been at this for like 8 minutes. Goddamn. Okay, over here. Frickin' hell, mate. My nose so itchy. It's always like that, I don't know why. Gotta get a humidifier or something. Wait, how do I unpause? Oh, frickin'. Oh, whoa. Where's the red guy? Here you are. Get over here. Hell yes. I'm also thinking of doing this, adding a stationary mode. So the way that would work is you'd be like right here. Bubbles would have to, they wouldn't chase you, but they would go right through a zone or something. Just want to make sure this stuff is working though. But that's really just an excuse for why I can't stop playing. It'll be a wonder if I ever finish this game. Because imagine using that as an excuse. The developer got addicted to their own game. Has that ever happened before? If so, I want to be the first one. Just putting it out there. Just putting that out there. Okay, where's that other one? There it is. What do I keep missing? It's not fair. Y'all see that? I don't know if that's a light show, but I'll call it what I want to call it. It's a light show. Let's go. I really gotta get disciplined here. As you can tell, I have like no discipline with anything. I mean, I have some discipline, but you know. So my oh no. Whoa. Wait, why am I like hanging in midair? See, that's like cartoonish. I do want to add like a disintegration effect as an animation. You know? Where things come across, where things break apart at the seams. You can easily do that in Unity. I know how I did it before for one of the Udemy courses I've been taking. So I do think that would be a cool animation. Why are we jittering like this? So frame rate's like dipping. I got some questions that need answering. Questions that aren't answered but need answering. So that bubble there was destroyed, right? Because I didn't actually just. You can sort of see that number going down a bit, so we definitely know it's working. It's just something you gotta like notice. Okay, that's cool. Where are all these other bubbles coming from, dude? I'm being swamped. There. Okay, but now they keep replacing each other. You know what? I got a bunch of purple bullets, so I'm gonna rain hell on them. Okay, that's cool. Not gonna go down that easily without a fight. All this is a byproduct of me being addicted to bubble shooter. Because you can tell, I already know like how bubble shooters are. I even made the bullets look like mini bubbles too. Alright, shameless plug. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, share, subscribe. You know, do your magic here. I would deeply appreciate it if you help a brother out. I want to grow my channel. If you're watching this on Twitch and you're wondering, wait, this ain't YouTube, this is Twitch. You don't subscribe on Twitch. I don't think I have that enabled on Twitch. To subscribe on Twitch, you have to like pay for it, which I don't have that set up. So the closest thing I guess would be like leave a follow. I don't know. I gotta learn my Twitch lingo. But I'm a YouTube loyalist. As you can see. Double kill, a double wham. Getting swamped here, what the hell? I really hope my computer doesn't give out after this. If not, I gotta back up with a more advanced graphics card that I can just resume. It has way more USB-C hubs. I think it has like one USB 2 port, but hell yes. How many did I just pop? Y'all see that there? We're getting to the end of our playlist. No, we're not. Crap, hold on. See, I just did like a drift, and the character controller actually has that in it. So it's like a tank, but it works like a car. Right, where are we? Where are the other ones? See, there's like 24 bubbles on the screen. $20 now, but you get the point. That's a double wham. You see that there? I'm just like destroying these bubbles. I'm a bubble popper. Should change my username to that. That'd be kind of weird though. That like out of context, that sounds really weird. There's too many bubbles, so they all fell off the screen. And I don't think I got points for that. Maybe I did. Who knows? But the score incrementer actually you don't get points for knocking bubbles out off the screen. It's a thing that just happens. But I just wanted to count to like update. So that was actually intentionally left in there. Because not every level will have bubbles falling off the screen. You know what I mean? It's just for this specific level, that's where it happens. Can't even shoot anything, goddamn. How many other songs are in this playlist? Hold on. This must be the last one. Huh. No, no. Huh. Almost gave me an ulcer. Come on, that could have destroyed way more. Angular momentum. That was unintentional, I guess. Just holding back a cough. So far it worked. Okay, that. Hold on. Let's see if he has any other bangers. Pretty sure he does. Whoever made this playlist, dude. Playlist. Anime Legends. Winter Candy. Trick or Treat. It's Halloween. How do I close this playlist? The name. Hold on. There we go. I guess this has become my channel staple. Wow, I haven't said anything in like 26 minutes. Good googly moogly. If you can't tell, I'm like severely addicted to this game and haven't even released it yet. How crazy is that? Don't have any good bubbles. Hold on. Where are all the green ones at? 'Cause I don't have any good bubbles here. Hold on. Oh crap. Flicked off screen and now all of a sudden I'm wearing. My tank insurance would literally tank. And I would fail my tank driver's test. Me checking Facebook while playing this game is like texting and driving. Do not recommend it. What? Hold on, give me 1 sec, y'all. Okay, oops, gotta pause. Well, as you can see, I'm at my high score. Give me 1 sec. Sorry about that. I almost just messed up my high score, so that's all good. So yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna go watch Borderlands. Apparently it's filming tomorrow, so it'll be somewhat interesting. It'll be fun. I heard it's like bad, but at the same time I really don't care because I'm gonna watch it anyway. Will I review it? If I care enough to, probably, but at the same time it's like we'll see. We gon' see. We gon' see. We're gonna see. Where am I? Okay, I lost my train of thought. Give me 1 sec. Oh, we're back. There we go. Got that rolling. And let's play this. I do like this playlist, I'm not gonna lie. It's banger. Case in point. I'm gonna just sit back and play, you know. We'll see how long we can go. Try to get a high streak. I got nothing. It's Saturday, so I might as well chill. You know what they say, play games you're addicted to on stream. Actually, I don't know who said that. I just said that. Whoa, what just happened? That scared me. What did that just happen? Yeah, so what happened is I must have accidentally clicked somewhere up here. Keeps you on your toes, you know, stuff like that. The fun part about streaming game development is playtesting. Because that's kind of what you're doing, right? So when you stream, you're like playing a video game. So a lot of streamers game. But as a game developer, you get the best of both worlds. You get the best of productivity and gaming. Actually, gaming is productivity, but you're actually in the driver's seat. So not only are you like playing the game, you're also creating the game and playing it. See what feels good. You have like full control. That's ultimately what I'm trying to say here. I hope I don't become the George R. R. Martin of game development, where I just continue working on a game and never release it. Actually, I wouldn't be, because like, because you actually see my progress every step of the way. George R. R. Martin doesn't live stream himself writing a book. Although, that'd be kind of cool if he did, though. He still uses an old operating system and an old browser. Let me adjust this. There we go. Can't remember the last time I charged this headset, because the battery seems limitless. I'll have to like charge this overnight though. Wait, hold on, let's try that again. Completely misfired. love me. In a weird way, I feel bad about shooting these bubbles and destroying them, because it just seems like, you know, they just want to hang, you know? But in reality, if they overwhelm you, it's game over, so there's no incentive to, like, not shoot them. So you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Not a really good justification, but... I surprise myself sometimes, not gonna lie. Did my internet just go out? Hold on. Can't think of a better thing than just gaming and listening to music. This doesn't have an official soundtrack yet, and I want to use Trap as the official soundtrack. Well, this is working. So yeah. Still alive. If I were to work on this back in the day, it would have been a great Xbox Live Arcade edition. It would be very fitting. Remember Xbox Live Arcade? If you're old enough to remember that, then you had a great childhood, let's just say. But now we have like Game Pass, which is sort of... But you don't have to have like a physical console. And all you really need is internet, a computer that can play videos, or a phone. It's not quite the same thing, but no. Alright, you see what else is on here. Gonna pick a different track, one I presumably haven't heard before, so let me just change the music really quick. All these are lo-fi. Give me one sec. This Sounds okay. We'll leave it the way it is. I'm not really like a house person, but what's the difference? I'll say this, it is pretty chill, but yeah, shout out to those who make content for content creators and not DMCA them. That's cool. Yeah, this one doesn't vibe. Wait, what am I doing? I already have a pause screen. Yeah, I don't like this one. Let's see if it gets better. Actually, wait, this is not that bad. Leave it. Yeah, I changed my mind. Why can't I be decisive about anything? I don't know. Go away. Trap. Candy trip. What is this? It's EDM, which is kind of trappy, but not quite. It's still kind of good. I like it. All right, this is a vibe. I like this one. It's more upbeat than anything, you know. Can I actually get up to 500? We'll see. About to find out. Maybe I can. Without getting overwhelmed, that is. Imagine if Markiplier plays this. That'd be like insane, dude. I don't think I'm ready for that kind of fame though. I'm like Darth Sidious. When the war is over, I should, in theory, strip my emergency powers, but am I actually gonna do that? We'll see. We'll see. Like at the end of episode 3. That was like one of the things the Jedi were nervous about. Star Wars, if you're a Star Wars fan, click the follow button or like, share, subscribe. You know what my favorite category of games are? Addicting games. I feel like what's addicting for some people might not be addicting for others, but I feel like that's like a very subjective thing. Well, I've been streaming for 2 hours. Holy crap. That's insane. Is there like a bot that keeps saying cheap views on whatever? Because if that's the case, I'm really not interested in that. It's probably a scam. Someone told me it was a scam, so I'm probably not gonna like. I don't really care. I don't really care if anyone's watching me because they all go to my YouTube channel eventually, so. I just enjoy streaming for the sake of it. That's it. It's really not that complicated. So, the answer to your question is no. I don't care. Can't fool me. I'm unfoolable. I know the internet. Do I really? That's... I don't think I do, actually. Take that back. What happened? What did I do? Frame debugger. Okay, you know what? Ugh, let's try this again. Let's try getting a high score again. Let's go again. Technically, this is a playtesting stuff. Like, everything I built so far, I'm just like trying to get a feel for it, see if it's actually fun. My take might be different from others, so I guess the more realistic thing to do is to like get other people to play it, which hopefully I can at the Buffalo Game Space. I'm going to like another meetup on the 22nd, I believe. So hopefully I'll get some volunteers there. I don't know how they'll feel about me live streaming it, but you know what? Okay, that was like a terrible shot. I did not mean to. I wasn't even looking at my screen, to be fair. My defense. Okay, I don't have any green bubbles anywhere. Okay. So yeah, if you're just jumping on, this is what I have so far. I've been like... I don't know when I officially started working on this. I think it's... I guess you could say it's been like either a couple of weeks or a month. It's either one of those things. So I went on vacation late June, came back early July. I had an initial conception for this game. It was a 2D. It was going to be in 2D, but because I already have like a 2D shooter prototype, so I could just use what I had from there, and ultimately, you know, work on it. Just work off of that. But then I realized, wait, this looks way better in 3D. Like, what if I did this in 3D? Because there are no 3D bubble shooters. And by the way, this was all because I purchased a course on Udemy for sale, and one of the crash course material to get familiar with Unity was a tank driver. And I was like, wait, I could easily do this. I could easily make a tank with a bunch of bubbles following me around. Because I tried doing a 3D bubble shooter before, but it was just you shoot a first-person camera, just shooting bubbles that fall, which honestly sounded kind of boring. So I was like, wait, why don't I spice it up a bit and just, you know, do this, because it's an isometric top-down. So then, hence, Bubble Tank Frenzy was conceptualized. And I have no regrets. I really don't have any regrets. Got no regrets. None whatsoever. So my advice to any aspiring game developer, find something you're passionate about and just go all in. You won't regret it. Like, the sky is actually the limit when it comes to this stuff. Okay, let me get back in my comfy position. Red bubbles on the screen. Wait, I just thought of something. We could do like a count for each kind of bubble. So if there's like... So, let's think about this. So you actually know how many bubbles are on this... But I don't want every level to have that. I want that to be like... If you want to complete a level successfully, you have to knock... And you get... But in order to do that, you get like... Infinite... You get like... Then you get like a set of bubbles, but then no, that's way too easy. I don't know, I still have to think about that. No, it doesn't really make much sense when I think about it. I gotta put some more thought into it. Clearly. See, I can't even explain it. Which is... I don't know. Which indicates I have no idea what I'm trying to do. Almost fell off. I gotta really get started on the game over thing. Which, what's the hurry, right? I'm just chilling. Honestly, it shouldn't take me that long. Okay, so let's get back to actually developing it. So, let's talk about game over. Now, a game over can occur when, especially, well, in this mode, maximum bubbles appear on the screen. So when that happens, well, that should trigger a game over event. And when you fall off the grid, in some levels, there's like no guardrails keeping you on the grid. So like, you can, and then if you hit the death floor, well, game over. So there's really two instances where that could occur. Okay, lower that down. So let's get. That's what I'm gonna do now. Okay, so how do we get started on that? I literally just had it right here. So let's see what we have here. We have the UI canvas, right? And we have the pause menu panel. And that shows up here. That's like, okay, paused. So essentially, I guess what we could do is we can create a game over, or there's two buttons here, so it's the same principle. So like, but this time I want this one to be red. Okay, so, well, okay, what was I even saying? Okay, so let's think about this. So we're gonna have a red panel called Game Over, and your two options are either you go back to the menu or you just start a new session. So we can start there. Let's set that up. Okay. This one's gonna be called Game Over panel, so let me like disable this. Alright. By the way, this one's gonna be red because red is a better color. I'm kidding. Is there even a red? Do they even have red? Well, you're telling me this background color here has no red? There should have a game over one. I'm pretty sure there should be a game over one here. Hold on. Let me go up a little bit. They're in alphabetical order, so it shouldn't be that hard to find. Okay, so G is way before I. Ah, here it is. Nailed it. Knew it. Although my defense, I really didn't know. So it's the same thing, right? The only difference, I don't know, that's a little hard to see. Let's make that a little brighter. Okay, that's better. I don't really want to mess around too much with the configurations. If I get feedback on that, maybe I'll change it, but for now I'm just gonna... Maybe I can make that a little lighter. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so what do we say? We don't want this to be game over. Are you kidding me right now? Hold on. I'll find it there. Okay, wait. What just happened? I don't know what just happened. Okay, so ultimately, I guess what... Okay, so now we can actually change the text here. Whatchamacall this game. And if I'm gonna do that for that one, might as well make this one all capital letters. That one just says paused. That one a little brighter too. Not gonna lie, this actually looks way better. And set the text to... I hope I spelled that right. Okay, I'll be honest here, setting up the panels is easy. The only difficulty is like... Or, this one's gonna be called... It's not gonna unpause it, but it's gonna be called New Game. Let's set this to like New Game. And we can leave that one the way it is. By the way, this is game over. But I guess what we could do here is we could just like reload the scene. Okay. So this right here stays the same, but we need to add a method for here, and we need a method to trigger this, which all we have right now is like a console log. So why don't we actually do that? Why don't we actually like figure out where that is here? Okay, so we should have a game over here. Okay, so what I want to do here now. So it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be. So what I'm going to say is this. It's going to be. It's also gonna use the pause functionality. It's also gonna use the pause functionality. Alright. What do we even do here? It's like we set the current. No, wait. Sorry. We set the time scale to 0. Oh, here it is. Set the time scale to 0. I want this to be done in its own method. The game over. I also want a serializable game over panel that will set to active. Okay, so let me just share what I have here. So once I finish this, we're just gonna get back to like playtesting. I think that's the best way to spend our time. Okay, we don't have a set game over. So everything else here is okay. So what we have to do is add a serialized field to the game over. So we're gonna do that now. Let's see. And that can go like literally right between. So like it can go like right between these two. Just put them there. What else do I have to add here? see if I can find anything else in here. Okay. We set game over, so now we're actually going to create another method. So let's actually go to check game over really quick. Let me see what's there. I'm just going to like replace what's there. Set, okay, wait, hold on. Where are we even using this? I don't even remember doing this. Hold on. So, oh wait, okay, so check game over. So this happens in the update. Gotcha. Well, what do we do in the update then? Okay, so we do that in here. Current time is less than timer. Okay, that's there. There's two instances where the game ends, right? So it's like when the time runs out, or you get overwhelmed by bubbles. Okay, now I remember. That actually makes sense. Sorry if I was like having a brain fart. Okay, so that's the first one. There's the first instance there. There's another one here. Check game over. Now that's where we want to do it. Where even is that? Where do I like place it? Oh, right here. Okay. That's where I'm calling it, but it's being called in a bunch of places. But now, the moment of truth, we have to actually define that function. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is define it. And that's just gonna copy all this stuff here. I'll explain what it does. So we freeze the game time, and the game over panel is not null, meaning like we have, well, I mean, let's just pretend we forgot to assign it, right? Now, in this case, we are going to assign it, because we already created it, so why wouldn't we assign it? Okay. So we assign it, so this is never going to be null unless we forget to assign it. We set this to true, and then we set isPos true, and that will ultimately, in the update method, which happens at every frame, it will okay, I'm confusing myself. Treat game over as a pause state. Oh wait, where do we... Oh, there we go. Because when we pause something... Hold on. Okay, so when you... Oh, well, either way... Okay, so we still... This actually ultimately pauses it, and we have the property that we set up here, and this actually is used like read from in a bunch of different places. So like the instance, game manager instance, the tank weapon, and pretty much everywhere else. It's like the first three areas that are there. Okay. there's one thing I want to do too. So this is the main menu scene name, that's a string. But what we can actually do here is create one for current scene name. Let me just do that real quick. And the reason we're setting that is because, like, if you enter a game over state and you want to replay the current scene, because this is going to happen like right when you click reset, or do we call it reset? No, new. Restart. Actually, that's a terrible name. Let's call it restart. There we go. Stay consistent with the naming. Okay, so when they click restart, it's gonna like restart the level. Just reload everything, I guess. Okay, so this exit button here does pretty much the same thing as the pause exit button. So it's the same button, just on a different panel. But the behavior of this button, we're gonna have to like recreate the logic. So let's look at what we did before. So let's see, go to main menu. Okay, so this is the one we want to like replicate the behavior. So, restart level, current level. Okay, so what this would do is instead of going to the main menu, we're going to be going to the same scene. So we're going to be using this value instead, reading from this variable. Let me just make sure I put that on the right one, which I did. Good. Alright, so then what do we do from here? Well, we assign this to that event. And the way you do that is you go here, where's my game manager? Here it is. Restart current level, here it is. Okay, but there's one thing we gotta do before we do this. In your game manager, we gotta name this level something. Test level, right? That's what it is. Okay. And let's hope that actually applied that change. By the way, it's not always going to be test level, but in this instance, it is the test level, so I just hard-coded that in there as a property. Oh, and this is super important too. We gotta assign the game over panel, otherwise nothing's gonna happen. Let's apply that override. Okay, what do we do from here? Well, we test. And hope it works. What was the maximum time I have set for this? This is the number of seconds, right? 3,600 seconds is like 1 hour. So that's one area where that would trigger a game over. But the other area would be where did I put my game over thing? Set game over. Okay, so time scale, blah blah blah. All good. There's another area where I want this to happen. Did we assign for a tank? It's on tag. Well, let's set that to the player. Let's override that. So it actually knows, like, okay, this is the tank. Now, in here, let's see. If other.compare tag. This would be the player. So if it detects a player, what do we have this? Okay, so this is a player controller, right? And wait a sec, let me look at the bubbles. What are we getting here? Oh, the bubble movement. Gotcha, gotcha. So it's pretty much the same principle, but this time we're gonna do the player controller. But does a player controller have an instance? That's what I want to know. Maybe it's not all that similar. Do we instantiate? Oh, we do. Okay. Let me think about this. So we want the player controller's instance. If you still want to see if it's null or not, right? Player controller dot instance. It's not null. Is it game object? I feel like you would do that. And then game manager dot instance. Set game over. There we go. So we have something we can easily test. If I played my cards right. So yeah, let's drive off the edge of the cliff and see if that actually triggers it. This is giving me motion sickness, not gonna lie. Oh, look at that. Oh, worked on first try. Be champions. The other test is like, we gotta wait for like an hour. This is already more fun than I thought. I want to try that again. Okay. Ooh, oh man. Okay, okay, we've been at this for like 2 hours, 3 hours, so I'll take a small break, and I'll come back. I actually will come back, because the rest of the day, I'm just gonna like playtest this, just to get the feel. So, I'm not gonna like add anything new today, but I'm just gonna like, you know, playtest it, you know what I mean? So, and if there are bugs that are super annoying, like I just can't help myself but feeling annoyed with. That's the only exception to that rule, but for the most of the time, for the most part, I'm just gonna like play this. Okay, I will see you guys here shortly. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe. It helps out big time in the YouTube algorithm. And yeah, if you're watching on Twitch, well, props to you. Hit the follow button. But if you really want to support me, just head on over to my YouTube channel, which I should have it linked. Just click that link. There's like a big link here. So just click that link. And yeah, check out my other videos. Everything gets uploaded to my YouTube channel, and I repeat everything, so yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys there. Twitch is... One last parting note, Twitch has a better interface for streaming. I guess YouTube used to at one point, but now, I don't know, they sort of added new things to it. Yeah, I don't really like it. So, you know, yeah. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.